Well, today, kiddos, we got an exciting day. Finally, got some exciting parts. Woo boy! Dart SHP LS Next Pro block, diamond pistons, Cali's Ultra H rods, and diamond billet center counterweight crank. Stock stroke, 4 1/8 bore, so 388 cubic inches, 6 bolt heads, 6 bolt per block, 6 bolt per cylinder. And yeah, so I started tearing this down, got the intake off, some of the valve train, and got to keep working on this. I figured out how to keep the turbo kit basically in the car. Unbolt the headers, unbolt this, let it drop down. This side, have to undo the steering shaft and then can drop that side down. Then remove the power steering, pull that out. What I'm going to do is pull the heads off, just kind of start tearing it down inside of here, pull the heads off, pull all this off, get the cam out, because that cam is going to go in here. And then after that, then get cam and stuff like that in here so I can get the push rods in, lifters in, heads on, so I can measure for the push rods. So going to take a little while with torquing all these bastards down with all those bolts, and it's fun you have to get underneath this one because the stud is in the head on these top ones, and then it bolts from underneath with the nut. So never done that before. I'm sure it's fun to get in there without dropping everything. So yeah, that's the goal, is kind of get started tearing this down and get started making this so that I can measure for push rod length, because it's not likely the LS3 ones that I had will work, but you never know. It's the same lifters that came with the 416 block, but different heads and block, obviously. So got to check. And that's it. I'll kind of check in as we go. Probably not a whole lot of time lapse or anything like that, because it's kind of boring. But so is my talking. So let's keep working so we can get to burnouts. Well, I'm going to end it here for tonight, but I'll check back in tomorrow. So a few of these things were a real pain. So you have to install plugs everywhere, and they have to be flush. These here don't have to, but there's ones up front. The ones that Dart provide, this one up here just refused to go flush. So I grabbed one of mine, just from my bin of crap, and that was good. Got the rear cover on loosely, and also got the cam out of this guy and have it in here. This chain is temporary. I want that chain, which is a really nice, I can't remember the exact, I think it's the C5R one. So I want to use this one. That's just a new cheapie. So I'd rather use this used, much nicer one. You can tell the difference. It's crazy. But I can't get it off because I can't get to the oil pickup bolts to the bottom of the oil pump until I take the pan off, but I can't take the pan off unless I take the motor out. So what I'm trying to do, though, is get this set up so I can get the heads on, push rod, measure for push rod length, so that I can get those ordered right away if they're not 7.55 or 7.40, which I highly doubt. But hey, you never know. Either way, I still need to measure. So back in the garage and working on putting head studs in so we can start working on the putting a head on and gasket. So got the surface cleaned up, And then this is fun. These aren't labeled. They come just thrown in a box, and there are, 4 different sizes here. And then you have to follow the instructions on where to put them. And there are just slight differences. So I decided to lay it all out, and I don't have much workspace, so I had to use a clean t-shirt on the floor. So that's what we're gonna work on. Starting to look like something. Unfortunately, these are too big for that. All the others fit, and I checked, but this is too small. Not sure if I gotta order another gasket set or if I can try to drill that out. Not a big fan of that. But layers are pretty thick. It's only a 3-layer deal. Might be doable. We're gonna see. I'm gonna do some research. So this is interesting. If you thread it in, it's fine. Once it gets to this, not fine. But it's only gonna be in like this. So basically, just gotta put the gasket on first and then thread in the stud. Works for me, that way I don't have to damage the gasket. Have this head torqued down, got everything fit. Well, the main stud's torqued down. Still gotta do all the little ones. And then decided I need to see what this guy looks like.
All right, here we go, sir. Man, that thing is beautiful.
Oh,
Big block, small
you
block.
got Turbo John up there.
You're not your scar also?
He's motivating. If you're not following him, you should. Bet you are, though.
Turbo.
All right. Keep working. All right. No idea where I left off. Probably just going to do a mashup of videos here. But I've been struggling with the motor, getting the heads to fit, clearancing a little bit here and there, and then push rods. So everyone's out of everything everywhere. So finally got some 5/16 inch push rods. I was planning on doing 3/8, but I couldn't get 3/8. I could get 8 of them, but not 16, no matter where I look. So Trend, who makes push rods and I think some people rebrand them, but they had 5/16 105 wall in stock, and so they got those shipped out. Today's Saturday. They shipped those Friday for Saturday delivery, so I could get this thing hopefully in here. So so that was good. We're set. The 5/16's clear better. The 3/8 took a little bit of clearancing on each intake one. Exhaust cleared fine, but 5/16's clears no problem. The 105 wall. So they said, my spring pressure is 420 open, 420 pounds, and they said that 105 5/16 is good for like 600-700. So so these are good even if I upgrade springs, cam lifters, stuff like that. So that's good. So motor is basically ready. What I need to do yet is I was underneath earlier on unbolting the converter. Still got to finish that. Unbolt the converter, drop this manifold, then this can come out. I need to pull that pan off and swap it over to this guy. And that's about it. Actually, I'm probably gonna pull the heads first just because they're not hard to pull in here, and just one less thing to do, and I can just drop that block on the ground then. So that's where we are. Well, boys, she's ready to fire up. It was an insane amount of work. Let's get some light. Nothing fits. I had to grind on the exhaust manifold because it hit the 6-bolt, the bottom bolts of the head, studs, nuts, whatever, can't talk, tired. So I don't have any water in it yet, but just gonna prime or just gonna start it, check for oil leaks, and then put water in it and do the same. So it's in. Everything is hooked up in theory. So wish me luck. Well, I have a leaky water pump fitting up there, but I'm going to start it up anyway. You can hear the gurgling because I can't put any more water in it. I got to take the water pump off to fix that. So let's fire it up anyway. So I decided to go to the storage unit, pick up some tires. Gotta swap out the front tires. The bias ply tires are a little too short for all-wheel drive driving around. Fine under load because they kind of lift up and can be tall enough, but just cruising around, they're too short and the transfer case binds up basically. It sounds awful. So taking these tires to Du Bois County Tire and get them swapped and try that. Should be good because these have enough support that they won't smash down, even air down. So that's planned. If this road gets any worse, I'm going to need four-wheel drive to make it through. Indiana, part of the decommissioned airstrip there at the airport. Got to do some testing. The big race is next weekend. I have the radials on the front. Definitely makes the transfer case happier, but it's I don't think I have as much traction as I did before, so gonna have to do some testing, see if we can get that thing ironed out. It's nice and chilly out, 50 degrees today, so good day for testing before next weekend, and meeting some buddies there and get some video hopefully, and plenty of passes. Probably won't run it out the full 8th too many times, no need. Really just need to get the 60 foot and 330 down, and we'll see what we can do.